Kwa nini uko hapa leo? Watu wako nyuma, tuko pamoja? Tuko pamoja? Ndio? Wazi. Usikwe uko kwa WhatsApp. Hebu tuambie kwa nini uko hapa mtu mmoja tu? Yes, kwa nini uko hapa ndugu yangu? Ama kwa nini mkutano ulipata tu message? Wamesema ukuje na ukakuja Russia. Kwa nini uko hapa?
Ile sababu nimeleta hapa vile ninaielewa na vile nimesoma kichwa hapa ni kwamba kuhusu usalama wa wanabodaboda.
Asante. Kuhusu usalama wa wanabodaboda. Pigie tu makofi moja. Hiyo ni moja kweli? Moja tu? Basi asante. Hiyo ni sababu moja ambayo tuko hapa, lakini I'm sure kabla tumalize siku ya leo tutakuwa tumeelewa zaidi, na nikiangalia nikakutoa kumbe wanawake wako wapi?
Wana wanani?
Wako wapi?
Wana wanani?
Wanawake wako wapi?
Wake nani?
Okay, where are the ladies?
Ungekuja nao wote. Si wote ni wanawake.
Ati wanawake. Wake nani?
Wake Mungu ni sisi wote. Kama ni wanawake.
Lakini ningependa kutoka hapa siku ya leo ukirudi tafadhali. Make sure umeambia. I know kuna wengine ambao pia wana right na sisi. Kweli ama uongo? Make sure umewaelezea. Na ukitoka hapa pia ambia ule mwenye unaishi naye ulikuwa hapa. Sawa sawa. Kwa ulikuwa hapa siku ya leo kidogo. Si mkutano ya wanaume peke yao haswa. Lakini kujadilia usalama wenu vile amesema. At this particular moment ningependa kukaribisha Joel. Nazungumzie kuhusu Gender Violence Recovery Center ama GVRC na timu yake ambayo iko hapa leo. Alafu baada ya hapo Vince akuwe tayari kuzungumza kuhusu dialogue. Sawa sawa. Asante. Karibu Joel. Asante. Ndio kwa kweli. Mnakaa very smart kweli. Hata mnafanya na kuwa confused, nafikiria niko natafuta kura, kumbe sio mkutano wa siasa. Sawa. Asante.
Habari yetu. Tuko vipi? Tuko salama? That's nice. Kwa jina ni Joel Moredi. I work na GVRC. I'm the Gender Violence Recovery Center of Nairobi Women's Hospital. I know most of us know of Nairobi Women's Hospital. Lakini na GVRC wakati mwingine inapotelea pale. Ukija pale kwetu uko na labda ile umetaabika kisaikolojia ama emotional abuse ama even sexual abuse or even economic abuse. There are many forms, and I'm sure after this we are also going to get into some group to just discuss a few of these issues. But the forms of GBV are many. So in case you present to a facility with any of those, then we are also able to provide free counseling services in our 9 branches. Are we together? Yes. Our 9 branches, we have our mother branch, the Halinga branch that I know most of us know. We also have our Adams Arcade branch. We have 2 branches in Kajiado County, that is Kitengela, and also Ongata Rongai. Then we have Meru County. We have Nakuru. In Nakuru we have 3 branches, one in Mbasha, another one along the highway, and another one in CBD. Yeah? And we have also been working with government facilities to build their capacity so that they are also able to respond. So that in case, for example, a case happens in Mandera, in Garissa, in Kilifi, then the government facilities are able to also support any survivor. Yeah? We also do economic empowerment in partnership with other organizations as part of ensuring that we respond in a comprehensive manner. Sometimes you also get cases of survivors who need psychiatric care. Wale ambao wakati mwingine tunasema wana mental problems. We also work with, for example, Magari Hospital for such support. And any other support as a survivor needs. We always make sure that we hook you up with another facility if that service is not available at GBLC. Then importantly is what we do in prevention, like now the reason why we are here, to create awareness. And that is, we work with different audiences or parties. We work with the police, we work with teachers, with learners in learning institutions. We also work with other community organizations and the general public in creating awareness. Because we believe that the only way to address GBV is to create awareness or to put mitigation or prevention strategies so that we try and address it in a very conclusive manner. The other thing is that we also assist survivors to access justice. We have our doctors who goes to court to also provide the expert testimony on the cases that we see. That way then we ensure that whoever is affected is able to get justice. Importantly for us to know that any case of a child or a vulnerable person is a must report, especially for children. Are we together? If you happen to come across a case of a child, the law requires us that we always act in the best interest of the child. If you read the Children's Act, I think now we have a revised version. I encourage you to just look at what are the basics or what are the minimums for you to know in some of these laws. And it's important not just for your work but also for you as a person. We're together. Yes. So we should always act in the best interest of the child. So ukiwa pale kazini upate kesi ya mtoto, make sure that you report that case either to the police or to the chief or even to Nairobi Women's GBRC. We will be able to assist that person from there. So, yeah. So for the smart border, a new innovation, it's something that we believe will be able to transform how we look at the border community, the riders, and their contribution and their role in creating safe spaces. Together. The question is, what is a smart border? And Vince at some point will be able to elaborate that. Ataweza kukueleza, when we talk of a smart border, who is a smart border? Sawa. Because we want to carry that message so that we are able to go and spread it out there. And also, we change how people look at border. Because there is this perception that border people are very bad people. But I don't think so. Really, I don't think so. Actually, when we started this conversation, I was talking to Vince and Kinga Charles, and I was telling them, and Kelvin, yes, that the several times I've gotten breakdowns for barabara, the first person to help me, even 2 a.m., is the border person. Probably the rest of us have that testimony. But the first person who always helps me, when, for example, I get a car breakdown at night, late in the night, is a border person. Someone you do not know, and actually, they do not even ask for money from you. What does that tell us? Yeah? That we need to now actually ensure that the public knows that the current border guy is a different person from what people know. We're together. And that is why we are here. And this is the conversation that we want to have of smart border in the entire country. And we want that model to be replicated in the rest of the world. Sawa. So this is the first cohort or the first group that we are starting with. And we believe that it will have a resounding impact across Kenya and across Africa or in the world. So without much ado, I wish to stop at that point so that I allow Vince
Thank you so much, Joel. What's his name? Shaggy forgot to introduce our good guests here who are actually play a key role in what we are doing here today. So, where's the mic? They can just stand up one by one and just move on to try and bring in more partners so that we can change boda industry, be a force of good, and people can start having different perceptions that boda, what they see or buy. There's a few bad apples. So I'll start with my good friend, Daniel.
Okay, good morning everyone. Good morning. Okay, habari zenu wazee? Sawa. My name is Daniel Juma Umondi. I am the country director of the Global Peace Foundation in Kenya. And this is a good friend of mine, and I'm seeing people that I know, also Wanja. We have worked with Wanja before in the areas of GPV. I also sit on the steering committee of the Kenya Daima, which is a Kenya private sector campaign on peaceful campaign. So maybe you've been hearing us calling for peaceful campaigns. Tunasema wakati huu kila mtu atatenda wajibu wake, upige kura kwa amani, alafu ukubali matokeo, because all those guys who are running are our brothers and sisters, ndio? Sasa sisi yule atachaguliwa kama ni governor, president, senator, MP, si hawa ni watu wetu. Si hata siku moja atakuwa president, hata MCA ama senator. So that is the peace campaign we are doing. And yesterday I think we had a meeting with the Boda Association. They are a very important aspect of our campaign. Because most of the time, even though the boda is doing a good job, vile umesikia wanasema watu wengi wanadhani watu wa boda ni wabaya, lakini watu wa boda ni ndugu yetu, ni mandugu zetu. Hata mimi huko Siaya, where I come from, Ugenya, I work closely with the boda people. There's a time I ran for member of parliament. Now walinipatia support. So I look forward to you guys, working closely. Tafadhali, wanawake ni madada zetu, ni watoto wetu. Si hata nyinyi mkuna watoto? You have daughters, you have sisters, you have parents. Sasa wewe ukisikia mtu anadhulumu msichana wako, unasikia namna gani? That's why it is important that we have this campaign, so that we protect our girls, we protect our women, we protect our sisters, so that we can have peace in our society. So mwisho wangu ni kusema tafadhali, when the elections come, please protect the peace. Hii amani tuko nayo ni rahisi sana kuipoteza, lakini nyinyi kama boda nyinyi ndio mko na information. Sasa zile umepewa mtu, you can know whom you carried, where you dropped them. If you carry a terrorist, you can know that you dropped this somebody somewhere. Sasa you are very, very important. Alafu nyinyi pia msijione nyinyi tu kazinu ni hii, hapana. Once you start making money, you invest. Mununue taxi, mununue properties, si ndio? Alafu sasa hiyo kazi sasa zile nyinyi mnazeeka, si watu wengine wanakuja wanachukua, si ndio? So I'm very grateful, Vince, for inviting me here, and I look forward to how we can work closely moving forward. Thank you so much.
Hey, Niaje. How are you guys? Well, Vince is my mentor, and when I grow up, I want to be like him. So that's why I came. He's been mentoring me for very many years, and so I'm very glad to be here. My name is Mike Mutungi, and I'm even the CEO of I Choose Life Africa. I Choose Life Africa, currently, it's a youth organization, and we work with young people 10 to 24, but also up to 35 because of some things that we do. Currently, we are running a program called the 1 Million Youth Empowerment Challenge, and the goal is to empower 1 million. Actually, we started one in 2020 that ends this year, and then we are starting the next one from 2023 to 2026. And the goal is to make sure that young people are empowered. We empower young people in 5 areas. We say that we are looking to have healthy youth, learning and innovative youth, entrepreneurial and employed youth, responsible citizen youth, and then safe and secure youth. So our areas of interventions are health, for example. I think you know that the data that came out, 1 out of every high school girl is either pregnant or has a child. 1 out of every 5. High school. And so the question is, majamaa tuko hapa wengi. These seeds that are being planted into high school kids, wanatoka hizi mbegu, chap, chap. Are we aware? Yes. How many have been part of that? Being very generous and planting seeds into high school kids. Wangapi? They're responsible. These are the responsible ones. Okay. Because they're borders, it's just their jamans. Sindio? Ni wanaume kama mimi, hata mimi naweza kuwa also being part of that. So one of the things that's a major concern for high schools, and so part of it is that as we work together with you, is asking how can we stop high school kids being pregnant? Because when high school kids get pregnant, it affects the future of this country. But the thing I would like to really work with you around, and we talk with Vince about it, it is the aspect of entrepreneurship. We train young people in entrepreneurship, where we help you come up with a business model in what you're doing, and be able to have business skills, where you're able to manage your finances better, you register your own company, you move from being able to be given a boda, you own your own, and then you have a business skill to manage your enterprises. And that's the one thing that I think would be mutually beneficial. If you can see nyinyi mnaanza kuwa masongo, you are not only having your own boda, but you're having other bodas that you employ others, so that you have a growing business empire. So we can talk about that, so that we can see how we can put some money, pesa mfukoni. Asanteni sana. Let me introduce my wife. She's asking me that I give a microphone, but I know that if I don't introduce her, we may have problems at home. Her name is Josephine Mutungi. Anasomesha kwa skuli inaitwa French School karibu na Air Center. She's a music teacher and an English teacher. So if you want to learn some music, piano, guitar, voice control, all those things, unaweza pata lessons. The first 3 ones for free, and then I'll learn kuongea Bakari.
Zero. My name is Major Retired Dominic Sila Mutungi. I retired some 26 years ago from the military, and I think I'm still strong. I have a lot of experience in safety and precaution, and actually that's one of the reasons why I'm here. On this program, I've been working with Vincent. Actually, I'm his father, and I'm sitting at the back of the seat. I've been guiding him, giving him support. And as much as I've said that my concern is security and safety, as you are aware that a few riders have spoiled your name. A lot of you are good characters, but because of a few who do not follow the law have spoiled you. But I'm sure because of you, you put them back and make them follow the law, because when something happens, people or your group, not you people here, but who's outside there, they start blaming. I've been hit myself, giving an example, I've been hit by a boda. And I was almost killed. But because of my military experience, that did not happen. So what I'm trying to say is this. Let's pass this knowledge, the knowledge that you are being taught here, to those guys outside. Promote the good name of borders, the riders, because if you don't, the name will be spoiled. Wherever you go, people will be looking at you and say, who are these people? They don't know the law, they don't follow the law, and by doing so, the name will go and you lose your business. Instead of growing, you go down. So what I'm saying is this. Let this group teach you the law that concerns the riders. Follow the law, and stop harassing. I can say that you also harass the police as much as you say the police harass you. You also harass the police. So let's balance everything so that you are humble to mwananchi, you are humble to anybody else who maybe you come into contact in an accident, and by doing so, everything will see, oh, these people are well behaved, let me also behave the way they are behaving. So with those few remarks, I wish you luck in everything that you do, and let us obey the law and we go forward. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Jambo. I have several identities, but for the purpose of this activity, I will only identify two. So one, I'm Mary Airo. I work for Legal Resources Foundation. And secondly, majority of you know me as Mama Nyagudie of Papa Shirantla TV program. I'm glad to be here today because I work largely with the paralegals who are doing, who get these cases reported, the gender-based violence cases. And for me, when I saw Vince put in a group where we are together working on matters of children, I got the interest of just being part of this activity because we are now changing the narrative. We are changing the narrative of how we look at the boda riders, because the narrative has been terrible. That every time we talk about boda riders, it is always things which are negative. So I see champions who are going to champions for gender-based violence, who are going to, clean the name of the boda industry to a name which is good, to a name whereby if I want to my child to be taken from one point to another, I will not have to worry, but give it to the boda rider. So I'm glad to be here today, and I'm looking forward to the launch of that particular app because it will really help. And I'm also glad that you've been trained and now you understand the law, so that then you become more of a duty bearer than a claim holder. Are we together? Yes. So I am glad to be here today. Asanteni sana.
Good afternoon. Tumefika saa 6, so tunaweza sema ni afternoon. Jina langu ni Wangu Kanja. Nilianzisha Wangu Kanja Foundation in 2002 after going through a repo deal during a carjacking incident. Na zile changamoto nilipata during that time ziliinform establishment of Wangu Kanja Foundation ambayo inasaidia waathiriwa wa ubakaji na kunajisiwa, wakiwa wanawake, wanaume na watoto, both wasichana na vijana. Na tumekuwa tukiwork na boda riders especially in Mukuru kuhamasisha watu that boda guys pia wanaweza tumika kama responders, but pia preventing cases of sexual violence. Kwa sababu Wangu Kanja Foundation ina focus on sexual violence, making sure survivors, whether it's a man, woman or child, is able to access one, comprehensive care and support, and we work in partnership with the Nairobi Women's Gender Recovery Center to make sure that that happens, but also to make sure survivors may access justice in a timely manner. And we want to encourage you, even as we work towards preventing sexual violence, it's also to encourage your colleagues to make sure wanawake, wanaume na watoto wameprotectiwa, kwa sababu tunajua, as Joel said, majority of people affected are women and children, but pia kuna wanaume wanapitia different forms of sexual violence, na tuwezi discriminate. Wote wana need kutreatiwa sawa, na to make sure that we facilitate them accessing justice in a timely manner. And the most important bit is, ukipatana na mtu yote amepitia such an ordeal, the best thing you can do is support them. It's not an easy journey. And remember, the thin line is so thin that, one, it is about consent. If a person has not consented, having given consent to have a sexual relationship with you, that's a crime. You're actually committing a crime. But at the same time, consent can be withdrawn at any one particular time. Hata kama mmetoa nguo mko juu ya kitanda, consent can be withdrawn by a woman or man. We need to understand that. And that's why I'm saying the thin line is so thin that people will get themselves into problems. And then also, anyone who's below 18 cannot give consent to sexual relationships. Yani mtoto. Na sheria ime-acknowledge na ime-recognize anyone who's a child cannot give consent. So if you get yourself into such a situation, you cannot use ati alikuwa na mwili kubwa na anaka adult. Kwa sababu the law has provided and it's very clear that anyone, mtoto, kijana, msichana ambaye hajapitisha yuko chini ya 18 hawezi consent. Tuko pamoja? And we are trying to inform people because if you look at 4,000, how are we having over 4,000 teenage pregnancies? I don't like calling them teenage pregnancies kwa sababu ukiangalia majority ya wale watu wame make those girls pregnant are not their peers, they are adults. And it's wrong when we keep on kunyamazia this issue. Because if you don't talk about it, I believe all of you mko na watoto. And watoto mmoja anaweza kuwa msichana. Wewe mwenyewe unaweza taka mtoto wako ajipate kwa situation where she's 12 and she's pregnant. So generally in the country, do we want our girls to be pregnant at very tender age? Mahali hawezi jitegemea kwa sababu hiyo jukumu itarudi kwa nani? Kwako. And then also, why are we not educating boys to actually allow conversations around sex, sexuality and sexual balance? It's critical kwa sababu pia vijana wetu wanajipata kwa problems ambazo kama HIV and AIDS. If we don't educate them around issues of sex, then we get boys also being affected by sexually transmitted infection and also HIV and AIDS. So kwangu ni to urge you, be ambassadors, because we know majority of you are good people and we need to protect. Hii ni Kenya yetu, hakuna mahali tutahama tuende tuseme tunaenda Uganda. Our problems are our problems and we need to resolve them. And I'm hoping that Vince and the GBRC team, we will get success stories where we will now publicize the positive side ya boda riders. Thank you.
Kuleni sauti yangu imekaa. Mimi naitwa Munga Elijah. On this boda sector, I've been working for the past 12 years as a volunteer. I was invited because there's a program we're working on now. Inaitwa Helmet Lazima. Tunasema kama unachunga familia yako, unachunga mtoto wako, unafaa kuvaa helmet. Sasa zile kichwa mapasuka ni bibi yako, mama yako, watoto wako ndio wanaumia the most. Sababu wao ndio wanakaa na wewe mtaa, hao ndio wanakuchunga, wanakufeed. Cases kadhaa after accidents, the women and the children in the lives of the rider ndio wanabaki. Mabro, mabeste, after miezi 3-4 waga wanachanga alafu wanaondokea. Unapata most cases head injuries inakuwa ni wanawake ndio wanabaki, wanakushughulikia, wanakupeleka hivyo, wanakuosha, wanakufeed. Kuna cases kadhaa tunashughulika nazo directly, na kweli tunaambia watu kama bado unaweza ride, hiyo mawaidha yote ya kuride kwa kichwa yako. Na hiyo kichwa ndio unafaa kuprotect the most. Sababu afadhali mvunjike mkono lakini usifanye usivunjike kichwa. Kuna cases mingi mtu ambapo si hata hizi ya daktari bila nasikia ndio boda mahali hapo amesahau memory. Kuna cases mingi sitaki kuambia. So sisi tuko na hii program inaitwa Helmet Lazima campaign. It's a national road safety campaign. Tunaambia kila mtu kila boda rider usiangalie bei ya helmet. Sababu helmet inaweza kuwa hata ni 10,000, lakini ukiingia OC hiyo 10,000 itaongezwa siku ya kwanza na daktari, consultancy nini, inakuwa ndogo sana. So as much as you put so much energy in taking care of your bike, unalipa hiyo loan ama unalipa hizo nini zote, unalipa bike, chunga kichwa yako, kichwa ni kuna hiyo mawaidha yote ya correct bike. Sasa hiyo ni moja. The next one, 2015-2016 nilikuwa nafanya na Plan International on a program called Safer Cities for Girls. Maybe in my capacity as a trainer, during a season of 6-7 months, we train about 200-300 riders Kayole, hii area Lower Savannah. Kwa naambia watu wa boda, wewe unafaa, msichana kama ananajisiwa ama msichana anakuwa, kuna mtu anataka kumwataka, anafaa kwa kisikia sauti ya boda, anasikia safe, anasema help imekuja. Most of the time unapata msichana akisumbuliwa na chali mwingine, bike ikikam, badala bike kuja kusave, bike inakuja kuongezea tena mtu mwingine wa pili wa kufanya wa kusupport hiyo gori. So sisi tunaambia mtu, wewe ukikimbia na hiyo bike, unafaa kuimagine uko na sister yako, uko na daughter yako, uko na mama yako, uko na auntie yako, uko na all these women in your lives, unafaa kujiweka kwa hiyo situation. Mali popote gizani, ukiona mtu amesimama na demu, wewe unafaa kuwa mtu wa kwanza kusimama kuzaniaje, huyu ni dada yako, mtoto yako, mama yako, unafanya nini na hiyo gizani? Haifai kuwa unachorea hiyo si gori yangu. Saa zingine gizani labda ni sister yako hapo, lakini ujui. Inafaa kuwa bike ikikam, safety imekam. So tunawaambia hiyo safety tafadhali, hiyo ni kitu inatuhusu si wote juu. Kwa life zetu kuna wasichana kwa life yetu. So mimi nasema mimi kama rider, ni responsibility yangu ya kwanza kufanya nini? Kucheck. Saa zingine tu ile kustop tu kiasi, kuangalia ule mtu kama alikuwa anakusumbua ile ndio anafanya nini? Anachorea, unaona? So inafaa kwa ni sisi kama riders tunafanya nini? Tunakuwa the first safety agents in the community. Hata mtu akienda kusanyiwa, inafaa kwa ni wewe unafanya nini? Unatoka hiyo si goli yako. Watu wengi wanasema gao sio shida yako. OB6 hapana, leo si yako lakini kesho itakuwa ni yako. So sisi tunafaa kuwa the first people wale wanafanya nini? Wale wana make intervention kwa hiyo situation zote za community. So on that one with Plan International, I worked as a trainer for about 6-7 months on making the Nairobi city a safe place for women. Haifai kwa ati wasichana wanaamua mimi siwezi ishi Kayole juu hakuna safety huko. Wasichana wanafaa kusema mimi nitaishi Kayole juu kuna mabike ziko huko. Mabike ziko huko, mimi niko safe. So hiyo ni our own responsibility. Apart from whatever we do left right, ujule day saa zingine ndio atakuwa mteja wako next, na yeye atakutoa kwa noma zote zenye huko. Leo anaweza kuwa chini, huwezi jua bali atafanya nini, bali atakuwa kesho. But so on the thing with the riders, I also work with an organization called kitabu nafanya BK, lakini sasa hivi nafanya kwa ingine inaitwa United Boda Association. Kwa United Boda Association tuko about 3,500 rider groups wale wako registered. Kama mnajua mzee Kimani, si mnajua chairman, wale na ndio wanajua chairman. So tunasema every time kuna issue yenye na ilikuwa bodabodas, tunafaa kuwa volunteers kufanya nini, kujitolea kwenda kufanya nini, kushughulikia hiyo story. Sababu most of the people who work these programs kwa maofisi are going kwa street na sisi daily. So ukienda training ama upewe instruction yote, ule mtu anakupea training, yeye atarudi kwa ofisi kufanya nini, kuendelea na job yake. Lakini wewe ndio utakuwa kwa street, wewe ndio unakushughulikia community. Please don't take trainings for granted. Master kila kitu iliko hapo ndani. Chukueni namba ya trainer, chukueni details zote, hiyo sababu umepewa kalamu na karatasi. So sasa kwa issue yote inahitaji mtu fulani, unaweza fanya, unaweza mpigia. Ama unaweza follow mtu mwingine mwenye yuko hapo, Vince niaje, hii story nimesahau, nafaa kufanyaje. So that every training that we get to find tupate kuimplement huko kwa street. Niwashukuru sana, asanteni sana kuja. Ana mmenarafiki na muendelee kukaa hivyo. lazima Bessie anatushughulikia finance. She's the director of finance at Helmet Lazima. So Bessie aliniita kwa hii kitu. So actually yeye anafaa kuwa anaongea lakini anaogopa kuongea kwa microphone. Asante sana.
So thank you very much. My boss has already talked, so it will not be very right for me to add. My name is Vincent Ayako, from the Global Peace Foundation, Kenya. Just one quote from John F. Kennedy, alikuwa president of the United States of America, tarehe 20 Januari 1961. Aliambia watu wa Amerika hivi, ask not, unajua hiyo quote? Ask not what your country can do for you, but ask what you can do for your country. Ndio maana ukienda kwa Nyanza wanasema sisi ndio serikali. You are the government. There is no any other government there. You are the government. So if you are the government, then what is your role and responsibility? Let's take care of our young sisters, our mothers, our brothers. Wherever you see such kind of horrendous happening in the streets or in the community, be the voice of reason. Be the change we want to see. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon. My name is Brenda Alwani. I work at Healthcare Assistance Kenya. Healthcare Assistance Kenya is the national toll-free helpline, 1195. How many are aware of it? 1195. Okay, we partner with GBRC. We refer survivors to GBRC so that they can be assisted there. Our organization will support survivors of gender-based violence. In case you meet a person, you as boda riders, I'm happy to be invited by my friends. I was just passing by. Then I got into your training. If you find anyone who is being violated, nita switch back to Kiswahili. Ukipata mtu yoyote ambaye amedhulumiwa kijinsia, just as Wangukanja mentioned, there are so many people who are going through violence. Violence can be yourself as a boda rider back at home. Unatoka job, then your wife back at home anarudi anakuambia unampea pesa yote. You end up not even repairing your boda. That is part of violence. Sindio? So wengine mnafanyiwa hivyo home. Or you that is part of violence. And we encourage you to report that and we'll follow it to the latter. There is no need of you working for, even women should work. Sindio? We should all help assist each other so that we can push through this life. Every one of us is complaining of the economy. How are we going to help each other to fight this economy? There's no way we are going to fight the government and ourselves back at our homes. We are not planning on how we are going to assist each other. Your wife cannot stay at home. You go work and akupigia ni lunchtime, si tunataka kula nyama. Ujabeba mtu. Are you going to fight someone at the street upate hiyo do mtumie? No. So let's wacha solutions zianze na home, si ndio? Ukiona mtu anadhulumiwa in any way, be the first person to report. Call 1195 or report to any GBV service providers. Sawa. Let's all move this motion of ending gender-based violence. That's my request. Thank you so much and have a beautiful day.
Hi everyone. Naitwa naitwa Masi, natoka GBRC. Good morning everyone. My name is Esther. I'm a programs associate at GBRC. Thank you.
Habari zenu? Ofisi? Naitwa James Mungaya, also part of the team at GBRC. Asanteni kwa kutuitikia, tuwapige picha na tuwalishe.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is George. I am part of GBRC, the Nairobi Women's. And we also have a college. I think I've shared some pamphlets with in some tables. We have a medical training college, the Nairobi Women's Hospital College. We are based in Waithaka, just by Dagoretti High School. We train in a number of medical courses. That is a diploma, that is higher diploma, diploma and certificate. Somebody talked about empowerment, but empowerment also comes with education. I know some of us qualify, they might want to enroll. We have brothers, we have children, we have sisters. Kindly share the information. Let's empower each one of us academically, financially, and economically. So in case of any question arising from the courses and the list that are provided, you can see me and I can guide you through. Thank you.
We have a few more guys here who are hiding, but I'll flash them out.
Thank you. Habari zenu? Hata nitona. Nakanga hivyo bila mask. Naitwa Lucy Mumboi Kihonge. Today I'm representing Flood Initiative. And Flood Initiative ni organization yenye inatetea haki za kina mama na wasichana wakati wanatumia usafiri wa umma. And I'm here because we are running 3 programs that are so much connected na boda sector. And one of them is women in transport. Na leo niko so sad, like sijaona mwanamke right now. Mbona ako kwa base? Umewacha kwa base? Ama mliambiwa ni forum ya wanaume? Ama hakuna? Ama hamwaleti wafanye hii kazi? So kuna program inaitwa Women in Transport ambayo kwa sana ina encourage women kuingia kwa transport sector as operators. And we have another program yenye tunaita usalama wa umma, na hiyo ni program ambayo ina encourage operators kama nyinyi kuongea against sexual and gender based violence. Ukiona tukio la harassment in public transport, as ukiwa hapo kwa base, what do you do? Where do you report? And do you as yourself as boda riders know when you are being sexually assaulted? And lastly, we have another program where we call Report It, Stop It. And that program, when encourage sana operators, members of the public and survivors to report on cases of harassment. And tunarely sana na 1195 hotline, where we refer most of the survivors and witnesses, and also people who want to receive support whenever they experience incidents of sexual and gender violence. So thank you so much, and I'm looking forward to the rollout of this program. And now I encourage tu sana, ukikenye utasoma hapa, upenda kihadi kwa base, right? Ukwe tu ambassador. And if you see a woman working in that space, try and support them so that you can retain more women in the transport sector, and in that regard they are able to advocate for what matters to them. Si mtu akiwa kwa meza ndio huwa anajiongelea. Na naona hapa hatuna wanawake, so wataongelelewa na nani? So I'm so sad. Next time nikija, I want to see like hata 3 women peke yake. Sawa. Hatuwezi kuwa tunaongelea wamama na hawako hapa.
Wanaogopa baridi.
Hawaogopi baridi. Na sio hakuambiwa kuje kwa sekta ya boda. Sasa tena.
Habari zenu? Jina langu ni Jacqueline Shibalira. Mimi ni mkurugenzi mkuu wa shirika linaloitwa Doors of Hope ama milango ya matumaini. Niko hapa, tunafanya kazi closely na Flood Initiative, na kazi yetu, our work is we work with persons with disability. Organization yangu ni tunafanya kazi na walemavu, na especially women, watoto, hata wanaume. Na katika hiyo sekta yetu tumeona hata bodaboda wenye wako na ulemavu. Umeona bodaboda mlemavu? Wengi, na sijaona yoyote hapa. Wanatumia mpaka sign language, si ndio? Kuna watu hata wanatuuliza, kwani kuna bodaboda mlemavu? Haya, kuna hayo. So secondly, we work with persons with disability. Watu wa boda sana sana wanabeba watu wenye wako na ulemavu. Na wakimbeba wanasema mama wewe utalipa hiyo pesa ya crutch. Si ndio mnasemanga? Mnabeba huyo mama na bado mtalipisha hiyo crutch. So tukue wale watu wale wazuri, tumekuwa tuki initiate vile bodabodas wanaweza fanya, ama watu wa public transport wanaweza fanya kazi na watu walemavu, vile jinsi watawabeba safely wanawake na elderly. So nimefurahi Vince, at least today I've known about this organization, and I'm glad to be here to learn more about the Smart Boda. And I think gender-based violence group, we have worked with you closely, especially with children who have disability. I've had so many cases that we've been referring to your other center in Kitengela, and we work closely with them. So thank you. I may not know you personally here, but thank you for the partnership that we have with you. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you so much. Yes. As you guys have seen, Mona, in partnership, people actually care about boda. You guys, for the job huko nje, labda you're not aware. Unafikiri, our office, they do not know about us, about our needs. But that's why it's good to engage like this, to meet and understand that all of us have a role to play in the overall security of your country. So it all starts with you. Like you had said, you had mentioned that nyinyi ndio serikali. A lot of times tunasema naomba serikali hapana. What are you doing yourself to change your little area? And that's what we want to impact positively on you guys. So like even on the helmet issue, I have a friend here, Ken. He was involved in an accident just about 3 weeks ago. His face was swollen like bees and stinging. I'm sorry, Ken, but it's true. You can't even use. Here is Ken. I would like him to just even do a testimony on how the helmet actually saved his life. Please, Ken, so that people understand why it's so important to have this. And I want it documented so that when you put it on social media, a lot of people understand why this is so critical. Thank you.
Habari zenu? Uko poa? Tami niko poa. Naitwa Ken. Wengi wananijua kama Dembo. Mimi ni mwana boda boda. Hii sekta nimefanya for almost 14 years. Nilianza boda boda kama sijaoa. Lakini saa hii mimi naitwa babu. Yeah. Niko na watoto 7.
Video ngapi?
Niko na watoto 7. Niko na furaha sana kukuja katika hii event kwa sababu mimi ndio ambassador. Mimi ni ambassador, tulijuana na Vini miaka 2 zilizopita, na ninafurahi sana wakati nilikuwa nakuja kwenu na waambia kuhusu Kinga. Wengi wenu mlikubali na tukaungana hasa sana. Nashukuru Charles aliungana na mimi, naye akanisaidia kutafuta ambassadors wengine. So nawakaribisha sana kwa Kinga. Mtaambiwa mengi na Vini kuhusu Kinga. Sawa sawa. So wacha nikuje kwa agenda. Mimi ilikuwa tarehe 2 mwezi huu. Natokanga kwa nyumba, naishi Bulbul, natoka kwa nyumba 5 na kuja kazi. So ilifika saa 1 nikapata kazi ya kwenda Kenya Science. So nika drop customer. Sasa wakati narudi nikafika Ngong Road kwa junction ya Ndemi. Mimi sana Charles huwa ananiambia mimi siendeshi pikipiki. Mimi nasukuma pikipiki. Yeah? Wakati nimefika kwa hiyo junction kuna matatu ya Ngong inaitwa Nankins. Ilinikanyagia
emergency, nami nikajipata tu ndani. Tunaelewana? So ndugu zangu, si kuanguka, nilijikuta tu pikipiki imekwama ndani ya hiyo gari na mimi nimekwama tu kwa pikipiki. So kile kilifanyika ni ile impact, kichwa changu kiligonga kwa hiyo gari hivi. Wakati hiyo kichwa iligonga kwa gari, kale ka kifuniko kana kwanga, mnaelewa kofia za safe boda. Kale ka kifuniko kalirudi hivi ndio kakakata mdomo. So hii nyama hii ilikuja huku na hii kakuja huku, mene kabaki wazi. Tunaelewana? Yeah? Nilikatika. Lakini si kuanguka. Sasa mguu ndio iligonga grill. Ile grill ya pikipiki, mguu iligonga na ikavunja. So niko na shida ya mguu kidogo. Niliambiwa niende x-ray, lakini nikasema daktari ni yule ambaye ako juu. So mdomo ilikatika, lakini kama singekuwa na helmet, ndugu zangu, sijui nani angewaita aambie Limbo amepata ajali. Ningeishia tu hapo. Kwa sababu hiyo gari hata ukiangalia ni chuma ndio, lakini ilijikunja ile mbaya. So helmet ilinisaidia, ingawa nilipasuka mdomo, lakini saa hii naweza mumunya. Kama singekuwa na helmet, ndugu zangu, ningeishia hapo. So wacheni tuvae helmet. Helmet inasaidia sana. Lakini tena tuangalie quantity ya helmet. Wachaneni na hizi mambo za 700 hii. Quality. Yes, quality. Tuangalie quality ya helmet. Mtu akiwaambia hii inauza $1,000, angalia quality kwanza. Msiseme ati hii ni $600, hii ni bei kali. Nunua helmet ndugu zangu. Nunueni helmet. So mimi niko na furaha sana kukuja GBV. Mimi niko na wasichana. Lakini nilisikia vibaya sana ndugu zangu. Huo mwaka uliopita nimelipa school fees yote, lakini mtoto alitoka huko ako. So nilisikia vibaya sana. Ndio huwa naambia wana boda wenzangu, let us treat women and children kama wenzetu, kama mama yako, sister yako, mtoto wako. So imagine mimi nimelipa school fee, lakini ameiacha huko. Sasa vaa hiyo kiatu usikie huo uzito. Yule unabeba, mwambie awache violent kwa mwanamke na mtoto. Asanteni sana.
So mmesikia hiyo first hand testimony from our own brother Ken. And actually two things nataka ishike nyinyi watu. Amesema two very important things. That the helmet actually saved his life, and number two, all the fees amelipa mtoto sasa anarudi na mimba. I mean, how can you feel as a father? You know, imagine he has 7 kids, all analisha from the boda work that he's doing. Sasa lazima angalie mtu mwingine sasa. It's very wrong, and all this starts with you guys, and that's why I'm so glad mko hapa nyinyi. By the way, we appreciate your time. Vile mmejitolea kukuja hapa leo so that you understand what is going on and what we are planning for you guys going in the future. So the way Joel said earlier, I don't want you people to think it's only one day thing. No, because this is a process. It will take a lot of education and time for people to understand what exactly smart boda is. Sindio? So because of time, na tumeanza late, na najua watu tumbo inaweza kulia sasa, wacha niharakishe. I introduce quickly Kinga, what Kinga is about, and then how Kinga and GVRC are merging together to bring something called smart boda. So, alright, then later tutauliza maswali. I hope muna make attention, ndio ukiuliza swali about what smart boda is, you can answer. So, msituangushe. What's the question vizuri? Sawa? Alright, good. So, what is Kinga? A lot has been talked about Kinga. So, what is Kinga? So, Kinga, simply put, is a technology that wants to promote better working conditions for the boda. And what are we talking about here? About building trust. What is trust? Trust ni kama ile If I'm going to call Amos and deliver something, do I know for sure that he'll deliver that to to the person I'm sending that thing to? If I'm calling Ken to go and pick my child and take him to school, do I trust that Ken will not do anything sinister with my child? So you see, trust creates what? Business. If somebody does not trust you, hata ukiomba pesa, atakupatia. He won't give you because anajua unadanganya, unasema ati mama ni mgonjwa nipatie pesa, but he does not trust that you're telling him the truth. So hata hiyo pesa hautapata. So that's what we're saying. Trust is what we're building. Now trust yetu, we're using a technology the way the bank uses it. Inaitwa KYC. How many people here know KYC? Know your customer. It's what the banks use to register you as an account holder. But we're doing it differently. Why? Because we want to say that as part of Kilimani Boda Sacco, we are enrolling people digitally. Mambo ya kalamu na nini imeisha. And how are we doing it? Mkiangalia hapo face track, so unaona hiyo, we're using face recognition technology. Face recognition ni kama thumbprint. Your face is different. For Ken, for Nation, for Amos, nobody's face is the same. Ni kama fingerprint. So here tunasema why we're doing it like this, ndio boda akifanya vibaya within Kilimani Sacco, kama is a crime ama make mtoto pregnant, tunamderegister from Kilimani Boda Sacco. So hata akijaribu kuja tena kuregister ni kama fingerprint. Mtu anasema wewe ushatolewa. Ama akijaribu kwenda kwa boda nyingine, wanatumia tu uso yake, wanaambia wewe you've been deregistered, because this is the only way to weed the bad apples who are making boda sector a bad sector, or rather to have a bad name. So that's why we are saying KYC is very important. This technology is going to come up. Government has said that every boda should be in a sacco. So how do we enhance that? Though musikue ati amas mukue kwa, let's say, other institutions that are forcing you people to go there, but they're not really helping you. So here we come with Kinga, so that we can register you within your own circles. Now you people become your own police. So you don't have to wait for police ama ambulance sadele mko na shida, because you yourselves mko trained to assist your own ndugu. So don't you people here trust the man next to you more than the police? True or false? I mean, who will come to your aid faster than the guy who is next to you? Nobody. So let us use the force and the power of our own brotherhood to help each other. So that's what Kinga is actually all about. So I'll just cut through this. So we advocate for dignity, what Joel had mentioned earlier, dignity amongst the boda sector. Tomorrow, what happened at Forest Road? When I got pregnant, through teachers, government tried to crack down shule. Was any school closed? No. Thank you. Our clergy, kwa makanisa na mosque, how many children are being abused? Kanisa zilifungwa. So we are telling government not to demonize boda industry. You people are simple scapegoat. Kitu kifanyika, kama ni mvua ni boda, kama nyeshi ni boda. Everything is boda. So we need to stop this and say gender-based violence is what? Is a national issue. Sindio? It's not a boda issue. Sindio? Lawyers abuse women, judges abuse women, police abuse women. So it's not boda. We want to make it very clear that we're here to send a message that we believe, the way we looked at Kinga, we realize boda is contributing a lot, not only to the economy, but to the movement of people and goods. So we cannot ignore that. And we say, unlike others who are looking at boda as a bad element, we are saying boda is good. And we can use boda for good, starting with GVRC lessons. So how does Kinga come into play with this? So Kinga, we ask you these questions. So executive summary, like even Ken has said, accidents can happen anytime, anywhere. And to be identified, like they mentioned, people like hospital, like Elijah mentioned, hawajijui, mgongo kichwa, bibi na tafuta, your children are looking for you, but uko hosi. For days, na bili inaendelea kukua juu. Passengers, pia, especially
especially the ladies, we know they don't like to wear helmets. Kwa nini? Kwa sababu ya nywele na makeup, si ndio? So how do we solve this problem? Mona, it's very, very critical because your hygiene pia ya helmet inakuwa issue. One of the key reasons why people actually don't like to wear helmets. So we are coming with newer ways, new approaches to make sure that both boda na, because government, by the way, after election, wana enforce hii sana. Kuna markings kwa boda, mtu unaelewa hivi anakusimamisha na kwenda hapa, kisu ushayakwa, unatupa, wewe unachukua boda. So ask yourself, how is it that boda hizi zetu kuna tracker lakini zinaibiwa? Alafu tracking company unakwambia ati bike iko Ethiopia. Hiyo ni ujinga gani? Sio wanakaka ni mafala. Yeah, so there's something going on here. Why is it that just before your bike umemaliza tu 10k kulipa loan ndio inaibiwa? That's very strange. So tuna want to make sure that Kinga, that can never happen with you guys. So nishasema boda are victimized. So we already know kitu kifanyika ni boda. So we have to remove that. And also loved ones nimesema hawajui mali mko kwa accident. So the key thing about identification ni ukiko kwa hosi. So quick questions you want to ask. In the event of an emergency, ukipelekwa hosi, will the hospital know who you are? Watajua blood group yako? A good incident with Amos. Amos is allergic to aspirin. So imagine amepelekwa hosi and like he said he's unconscious. So the doctors wanamwekea aspirin. Atakufa hapo. So hii data is very important. Do the hospitals know your blood type, your blood group? Unaona? Now because we are partnering with blood bank hapa, because we are encouraging bodas wa donate blood, ndio ujue blood group yako. Next time uko hosi, wakiona hii wristband, and I'll explain later, hautaambiwa uchange for blood, you will get fast professional treatment. Hakuna haja ya kuambia watu watimchangie damu, hakuna, because wewe uko member of Kinga na Kinga washa donate blood. So blood iko hapo, unajua O positive unapatiwa blood immediately. So it's life saving. Will the next of kin be notified? Saizi ukipo kwa accident, bibi atajua. Hizi jua. Watu wengi watajua, wewe jua. So another important part. Akiko kwa accident hivi, will the brotherhood, tunamwambia sako member wako, watajua mahali huko. Imagine ile incident ile hapo huko Langata, your bypass. That girl was hit. The family wanamtafuta for 48 days. Alikuwa hosi. Hawajui mahali hapo. So that's very, very important. And ukikuwa jabbed, nikichukua bike yako nikwambia simama nipeleke hapa. Alafu nakwambia hapana twende hivi, nishakuwekea kisu. Will your boda circles know? Utapeleka huko kwa forest, wa dismantle bike, labda wakuue ama wakuache hapo. Utapatikana hapo na mama ule anatafuta firewood. 3 days umekonda hapo kwa mti. Very, very important. So this is what we are saying Kinga is. So tunaelewa Kinga ni nini? Kinga is a virtual bodyguard. Ni bodyguard yako inakukinga wewe na bike. So how do we do this? Just to add a bit, but how do we create a safer community for our children and women? Now through GBRC is how we'll do that. And how do we ensure only qualified riders are part of this group? Again through the KYC. Because of lucky bad elements, only qualified riders being part of this. And then how do we create more jobs? Nimesema, how many times nyinyi mkwako nje kwa squad mmepoa? Mnangoja tu kazi. Why? Why? That should not happen. Because with these partners that we have here, logistics, kazi inakuja kwako immediately. Kinga, kuna mtu anataka kupeleka hii pale. Hii parcel iko na women wanataka kupeleka medicine from this place to this place. Guess what? Ninyi ndio mnaitwa. Because why? Because you are trusted. Simeshasema hivyo. Nairobi women will trust you that you will take that medicine to the right person. So we are creating more jobs. Not just Nairobi women, more other partners. Wataangalia sema, kumbe watu wa Kinga, I can actually trust them with what? we are giving them the service. So very, very important. So I've mentioned that. So here, again, this will demonstrate later how it works, but hii wristband, kama hii imevaa, ama ingine ndogo, iko na information yako ya personal data, in terms of blood group, type, allergies, na ukiskaniwa hivi, inatumia bibi ama next of kin message, ati nani yako kwa Nairobi Women's Hospital, ama yako kwa Kenyatta Hospital, ama yako kwa. By the way, ukienda Kenyatta National Hospital, kuna entire ward ya bodaboda, wamejisahau wote. Familia yao inawatafuta. Can you imagine? Bili inaendelea kwa juu. So this is what will actually help that, and it's very critical. Actually, Kinga is the only app I can say, if you look at all the applications for boda, hakuna hata moja inaangalia security ya boda hivi. None. And I'll be honest with you. And I challenge anybody to tell me which application inaangalia security, because sisi tumekaa down na maboda wetu hapa, akina Ken, akina Charles, akina Amos, tukauliza what is the critical thing for boda most. Wakatuambia hizi shida zenu. So we put it in the app. So ndio hiyo tu, ukiscan inapatia hospitali details zako, picture, kila kitu. Automatic bibi anapatiwa, ama kama si bibi, girlfriend, whatever you put as your name next to kin, anaambiwa mahali uko na map. So hivyo ndio tunafanya hii process. So right now we download Kinga. So for now it's in a trial basis, tuna train or tuna trial before to get a Play Store. So within the next 4 months, since in the GBRC, tutafanya what's called a pilot. So we'll be getting a few of you, ama nyinyi wote, of the aim to make the entire 600 members of Kilimani Boda Sacco wanze kutumia hii for the next 4 or 5 months, so that we can monitor how you're interacting with the women and children, how you're doing other services kama ku rescue watoto wale wamekuwa defiled, and reporting this. So I'll show you guys later. So ukikuwa registered, una register na Sacco, and then we use facial recognition vile nimesema kuingia kwa Sacco. Ukikuwa kwa hospitali, bibi anapatiwa message, na kuna vitu vingine hapo kama cameras na bike, all those I will deal on it later. So another issue is vile Ken alikuwa na accident pia, and I'm sure many of you have been in accidents before. Kuna argument sana. Polisi akikuja, do they believe mtu wa gari ama wana believe nini? No, say it loud, wasikie. Do they believe you ama watu wa gari? Wako hapa. Again, unaona hiyo shida. Nobody believes boda. Immediately tu boda ndo makosa. Hata kijaribu kuongea polisi na mslap. Pa, nyamaza. So, what we recognize again, this is a serious issue. Where there is he say, she say. Na hata vile ilifanyika huko Forest Road, what brought the issue, the lady actually hit the boda, but the media did not get to see this. The guy broke his leg. So this is what escalated the whole thing. But if there's video evidence, mbele na nyuma, hakuna kuargue. Una play tu, pop, hebu cheki. So insurance yako haidi juu, wanakulipa immediately instead of waste time, na polisi wanakuacha. Very, very important. And these are things that we're saying that we are willing to support boda. We understand, say that economically they go down, but as Kinga, you can pay as you go. How many people here to go about their tracker na watu wasomui? Sindio, a tracker worth 8,000, 15,000. But jamaa anatoa 1,500 down payment, hiyo zingine analipa time yake. Because hapa we understand, we don't want to stress boda. But we know boda have money, but they don't have money. What does that mean? Yes, I have money, but hiyo 15 sina saizi. But iko na kidogo. Na hiyo naweza kalipa. So that's what we're looking at. Mambo ya helmet, mambo ya tracker, all these things. These guys are able to pay. It's just that they can't pay at once. But they understand the safety. And that's why everybody else has gone wrong. Boda kama na tracker toka. So where would they go? Boda kama na jacket toka. Where would they go? And the jackets which are available are very cheap. Unaosha once, isha raruka. Unaona, so we want to give them good quality jackets that can last at least 1-2 years, and that allow them to continue working. Na kama wanasema Kinga ni what? Ride bila stress. So hiyo. We want these guys to just ride. Hakuna stress ya kazi, hakuna stress ya police, hakuna stress ya kuwa harassed. And so that's why these cameras are very important, and we want to make it available to these guys. Kinga SOS alert, and I'll show you later again. Hii ukiko kwa accident, kau jamaa hapa, boop. How will, because hizi ongea, but how will his colleagues know ameumia na ako wapi? So again, here we mentioned helmets. For boda we don't have now, because you guys require different kind of helmet. We have these ones that are for passengers. So it's your duty to take care of passengers also. When the new government comes, wamesema hakuna mtu ata ride without helmet, especially passengers and boarders. So it's your duty. Either you get a helmet for your passenger, or we can encourage passengers to also get their own helmet. The good thing about this one, the shida helmet in different sizes. Ni shida kubwa sana for passengers. Hizi tumedesign hata kama kuna kichwa ya bano itaingia. Iko na adjustment hapa nyuma, una adjust. So then kama kuna nywele nzuri hataki kuharibu nywele ama makeup, there's no problem. Anavaa, alafu kuna lining ndani, unaweza toa uoshe. Alafu unabishika sema inanuka, iko na jasho ama nini. Unaona? So we thought about these things. So these are things which we are available to the riders. Wananunua but they just pay slowly. Hizi majackets mshaona, zingine hizo umevaa juu za passenger. Hizo ziko ndani ni zenu za rider mwenyewe. Si ndio? At least you can see the quality. It's any different. So no, very good quality na hizo, and we've taken that into account. Alafu ukishachukua GVRC lesson unapatiwa hii sticker. Let me see if I can scan it with my phone. Yeah. Wacha nione kama nita scan iko hapo juu. Maybe it will work. Ndio hiyo. Very good. So unaona? So anybody wants to, when somebody wants to verify that this person ako GBV certified, mkishamaliza lesson zenu mtapata hizi sticker. Kwanza hata leo ndio tuanze sasa. Hizi stickers zinakuwa kwa hizi stickers zinakuwa kwa nyuma ya hiyo helmet na kwa stack there, so that mtu akitaka kuverify akienda kwa na GBV anaweka hivi. So hakuna haja ya kuzua ile mnaulizwa kila saa, ile plastic ile ya kuweka hati hapo ile kuna barcode. Do you know it? Ile plastic iko barcode. Sio unachapa 500 sijui hata I don't know how much. But hakuna haja hiyo, because hii ina cover hiyo yote. Itapatia jina ya nambari ya boda, score yako, all those things. So mtu akitaka kuverify anafanyia, alafu atafanya hapa, atapata website ya GVRC. Na hiyo website itakuwa na information. Unaona? So this is good for, for the customers. Wanapata more information about GVRC and what GVRC does. So that's what we've done. Hapo. Alafu, for those who are hailing, later when we become hailing kama Uber. And that's our dream. So that instead of Uber, this is African made for Africans. Ama namna gani? Yes, it's high time technology ikuje Africa. Watu wa Uber anaweza kuambia ati 25%. Kai. 30. Sasa unasikia? Imagine what are you taking home? Exactly. Problems too. Bibi anakuambia umehustle the whole day, hiyo naleta. Pa, tena balance hiyo. Hataki hiyo. Ndio. So we want to say, hii hailing ikianza, when a woman hails for a cab for a child or herself, ataona hii sticker hapa. Atajua that Ken, Nation, Charles, Amos were GBV certified. So ataona before hata ukuja. That is very, very important. Now, to encourage watu wa Uber, Bolt pia, watakuja as partners. Okay, but before wajue, sisi hata sisi tuko na hailing yetu. Umeona? So that hizo rates zao, as guys understand, watu wa America understand, police wanakusumbua, barabara ni mbovu, gas iko juu. Vitu more huku Africa, wale wezi kuelewa. So we've taken that into account, and we want to make Kinga a very profitable app so that you people can earn more. It's you who are making more money than actually the app. Sindio? Okay, thank you. Sasa, that concludes what Kinga is about. I don't know if we have a small break and then we continue, or tuendelee ama tusiendelee? All right. So I want before MC comes. Now that we understood what Kinga is, I wanted to explain now what smart boda would be. So smart boda is the smart boda is the coming together of Kinga and GVRC. So together it makes smart boda. Kama Kinga ni baba ama mama ama GVRC ni baba na mama, together mtoto wao ni smart boda. That's the most simplest explanation I can make. And why we're bringing smart boda is to basically empower the boda sector, so that smart boda will ask who is a smart boda, and I'll explain later in the afternoon sessions. But here, I want you guys still on Kinga. Sorry. I just want to show a quick video which will explain also about Kinga and how the interaction was with a few of the boda guys that we had. So as he's fixing this, Shege can ask a few questions.
Kama kuna mtu yote na swali kwa Vince. It's fixed, eh?
No.
Yeah. I wanted to take a few questions for you.
Yeah.
Probably maximum a question per table. Thank you. Vince, will you note them down or will answer one by one?
I have a good memory.
I think you have. Nilikuwa nataka kujua hii Kinga ni free na ni kama pesa ngapi mtu anaweza lipa kuingia, na kama kuna kulipa unaweza lipa na polepole ama njia gani mtu anaweza ingia kwa Kinga na kama kuna malipo?
Mine is a comment. Nimecompare hiyo app na Bolt. Like when I'm ordering for Bolt, mimi tu nitolewa tu place moja nipelekwa place ingine, and the app doesn't consider if I'm safe or not. And actually I'm not speaking on behalf, but it haven't been safe using other online public transport platforms, but I feel this one is safe because all the channels report harassment and all that.
Thank you so much for your comments.
Those are two. I know you are having them. Kuna mtu yote na swali lingine kwa Vince? About thank you.
Before you go to that one, let me just answer this one. So thank you so much for that comment, and it's good to note that. And that's why we brought this, to make it very, very friendly for not only the boda but also to the passengers, especially the women passengers. So our question, yes, Kinga for the next 4 months, like we're saying, is a trial, so it's free. And even when we do start having the bodas pay for it, because remember it's a service that we're offering, and we have bills to pay in regards to the software that we're using. Trust me, it's not going to be like like the current apps, it's going to be way Africa friendly. We're talking about 5 to 10%, which is very, very little compared to the 55 to 30%, because here we're looking at the bodas earning more than what the app is earning. Okay, so collectively they're actually earning more than us guys. Thank you.
A second question?
It's a comment.
Yeah.
It was a comment.
Okay, it was a comment. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Felix from World Vision, and I'm so happy for these innovations. It's a great idea, and if we have to implement it, I think it will put us on the map that we are revolutionizing our My quick question about Kinga, rather the helmet. Is it something that one can perhaps buy one of? If someone is able to purchase it one of, with perhaps a sponsorship from different parties, can they purchase it one of rather than paying in installments? Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Felix. Actually, I was looking for you earlier. I said, wait, how come Felix didn't come? I was going to call you and say, Felix, we're in Tanzania. But anyway, yes, good question. Of course, if somebody can pay it outright, and that's why we have even partners from MSASA, through this partnership. You see, the only way things can move forward is partnership. I can't do everything by myself. Just like GVRC can do the training on their own. So when we come together, we make it happen. So actually, we're looking at bodas as our partners. Nini partner yetu. You're not our subordinates. We're not ordering you to do anything. We want you to come in as partnership so that together we are all benefiting from this smart boda. Sindio? So yes, Felix, if somebody has the money outright, they can just buy the helmet and they don't have to. The reason why we understand the boda is a lot of times they have the money but not necessarily enough to pay outright. So we allow them to pay slowly until they're able to pay, just like the way they do for the bikes. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I think we'll take this one and after we hold until again tutakuwa na another round. Si ndivyo? There was a hand here on this table. Asante.
Yes, naitwa Geoffrey. Maswali yameulizwa machache lakini ningependa tu kuuliza, yangu ni kwa pesa. Boda na Uber kuna venye unatunyanyasa on those commission rates, unapata 25-20. Na juu Kinga sasa ni kama we are partnering with you guys. Will you be like considering like flexibility, especially with time unapata kama jioni ama saa zile weather unajua saa zingine mvua inanyesha bana, unabeba mtu alafu anakupea so unasikia uchungu. So consider vitu kama hizo, hii hapa itagrow haraka.
Thank you so much for your question. And yes, you are absolutely right. And that's why tunasema Kinga is not owned by Betalog or Vince or GVRC or whatever. Actually, it's a partnership. Meaning, we want to make it, you people are almost like shareholders for Kinga. So the decisions that you are asking, kama kumenyesha ama misiku ama whatever, we allow you to set your own price. And I will show you later when we come back this afternoon how that is done. So you, when a customer wako ni kama zamani ile ilikuanga before apps zikuje. Unabia mtu hapana, okay, app itaonyesha amount. Yes, but now you people can negotiate now. Hey bro, hii is kind leo. So unaweka whatever you agree on. Sindio? So because of time, taka twende alafu to really for afternoon session. This is what we were doing earlier. So I want you guys to get a feeling of how these people were understanding the app.
As we go for lunch, nataka pia tufanye some group work. A few questions to sort of provoke our thinking kidogo. So we have 5 questions ambazo nataka to distribute for the 5 groups. So we have how many tables? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So kuna wale watu ambao wako kwa overflow pale, the rest of our colleagues. Nitawauliza, you ujiongeze kwa one of the tables so that tukue na 5 groups. Sawa sawa? Yes, so then what you need to do, identify the chair of the group to just coordinate the discussion and a secretary. Ule mtu ataweza kuwasaidia kujibu. So when you look at this this paper, you can still use it to put your responses or the answers. But you don't need to use the flip chart. Sawa. And then after you have done that, you can take about 10 minutes per group at most. So we are going to do this at the same time. So within 10 minutes, we should be done. It's not rocket science, it's just very, ile maswali tunasemanga maswali mboga, sio? Yeah, so Chege will assist me to, this one becomes group 1, group 2, then group 3, group 4, then pale mwisho group 5. Actually, each group can afford to have like 2 copies taken. I think I have some extras. So, after 10 minutes, we break for lunch.
Wamesema tuko na 10 minutes. Sikiza we have 10 minutes. So we are.
Yes, my name is Amos Isavwa Midambo. I've been riding for the past about 10 years, and it's such a good day that I've met these guys from Kinga. Oh, very good. Yes. I've met these guys from Kinga, and they are giving us a better platform. For the past, we've had an experience that is not so good from the other applications. Permit me not to mention them. I don't want to bring jeopardy, but let me talk about Kinga. Kinga, it's giving us a better platform. I can see the way they are offering even to take care of the rider. You know, these other apps, they don't care about the app. Provided you give them their percentage, that is all done. But Kinga goes further to check on you. How is your well-being? How is the status of your motorbike? They come with trackers. They come with cameras. You know, the camera helps you to give evidence when something occurs, maybe an accident. So, and you know, as boda people, we don't have a good rapport with the government, the police. So we tend to have a hard time to justify ourselves. But with these cameras, they help us to bring evidence and to show the exact happening. Another thing is about the tracker. They have a simple tracker that I can track by myself. Okay? The tracker that I manage it myself. You know, the other guys, they bring you a tracker that is that third party. So you have to pass by other guys so that you get the information about your bike. But with these ones, I just go to my phone, then I access the tracker directly. So that's a good thing.
Tell us how was our customer safe?
There's this aspect that comes with Kinga. It gives you, the customer can access about your background to know if you are a person who is qualified to take care of maybe the kids who are taking them to school, or to take care of the parcels of the customer. So they also have that platform, and we love it.
My name is Steve Angwete. I'm one of the riders based in Kilimani. I want to talk about Kinga security. Actually, Kinga has brought about the safety of women, children, and all people that are using bodas. We are now ambassadors of peace. Why should I say so? Because now, if I come across any incident and that's looking suspicious, let's say maybe defilement, theft and any other gender violent cases. We say that just a press button and the securities are alerted. I want to talk about my wrist. This gadget here, it has my details. One, it's scanned. Maybe I got involved in an accident and I'm taken to the nearby hospital. They scan my wrist. My next of kin, let's say my wife will receive information of my whereabouts and my colleagues. They'll be alerted. So it's very easy. If I'm carrying someone that I'm suspicious, it's also easy for me to use the app just to press a button, and people that are close to me are alerted, and even the nearby securities are alerted that there's something wrong with this rider. So it's all about the safety of people and the safety of riders. So it's my appeal to the people, to the community, and even to the government that let us embrace Kinga. For this is what we've been waiting for and what the government has been preaching: the safety of the society and the safety of the people of Kenya. Thank you.
So my name is Daniel Juma. I am the country director of the Global Peace Foundation in Kenya, and I'm here today, at the launch of the Kinga, which I believe is a revolutionary, solution to our transport system. And I really want to congratulate, Vince and the team who have put this together, because this is really needed, especially the transport sector. As you know, we have a lot of people dying as a result of accidents by boda. And then, of course, the boda industry has always been blamed for many things, including crime. People do not trust the boda, with women and even with children. So when you are now raising a generation of boda riders who can be trusted with our children, we can trust them with our women. We can trust that whenever they see somebody committing a crime, these are the first responders. So I believe this is really, again, letting the boda know their value. They should not look at themselves just as boda riders. Look at themselves first, human beings. They're first, community members. They look at themselves like parents, brothers to our sisters, husbands to our women. So that when they are transporting, when they're being trusted with the responsibility of transporting these very, very crucial members of our community, they do that, with integrity. Yeah. So I believe that Kinga is revolutionary, and I want to recommend it as Global Peace Foundation. We are a peace organization. This falls within, one of our mandates, because as you know, peace is not just absence of war, but if we have crime in the community, if our women are not safe, if our transport system is not safe, then we do not have peace. So on behalf of the Global Peace Foundation, I really want to endorse Kinga, ride bila stress, and I'm looking forward to also riding and also encouraging my children and my wife to ride, because this is already safe enough. Thank you.
One question.
Yeah.
How do you feel Kinga will benefit the boda riders themselves? I know the aim is truly to protect the women and children, but I'm sure that there are aspects of Kinga that protect the boda riders themselves, according to what you believe Kinga will do for the boda riders.
The boda riders have been blamed for all sorts of ills in our society. People even blame them for committing crime, for transporting criminals. So what this is doing is letting our people know that the boda riders are actually safe. These are people who can be able to be trusted. Even when they spot a crime being committed, this generation of boda riders within Kinga will see a crime being committed and they will report it. And this is, I think, one of the most important things, because just like any other profession, the boda rider as a profession needs to be respected. I don't like us looking down on any form of profession, because they are an additional, they are a crucial addition to our economy. And let me tell you, the boda is not going away. It's here to stay. It's here to stay. So all we can do is to add value to this industry, you know, and Kinga is bringing that aspect which is very, very crucial. You know, the aspect of trust, the aspect of course, security for our kids, you know, and you know, they spoke about the issue of helmets, making sure that the rider and the passenger is able to wear that helmet. As you know, that some passengers do not like to wear helmets because maybe the helmets are not hygienic, and so I'm looking forward to this. You know, our women also now, you know, being encouraged to wear helmets because the helmets are clean and are not necessarily you know, dirty and all that. So eventually, this brings respectability to our transport industry. You know, I would be comfortable, you know, to leave my vehicle and ride on the boda knowing that I will reach where I'm going safe. So this is very, very, very crucial. And as you can see, I think our women, the girls who are really you know, conscious about their hair, you know, will feel comfortable to be able to put this on their hairs. And anybody who's riding must think about safety first, and this is very, very crucial. And I really want to congratulate Kinga for this innovation, which is really needed in our transport industry.
Yeah.
Yeah, me I ride every week.
Yeah.
I ride.
It's about 4K. Yeah.
It's very affordable.
Yeah. And they did test, which I'm sure the videos on our YouTube, where a truck was going over it and it didn't crash. Yeah.
Oh, a truck?
Yeah.
My name is Mary Airo, but popularly people know me as Mama Nyagudie of the Papa Shirandula TV program. I work for Legal Resources Foundation, but I'm also the national coordinator of the Paralegal Society of Kenya. And I'm glad to be here today. One is because the smarter boda, I think, is something that it's something which is new, and I think it's something that will actually benefit the society, but also change the narrative that we have, the perception that we have about the boda riders. Because whatever we have right now is quite negative, that some of them, I think some of them actually taint the whole image of the boda riders. And this is a big industry in terms of livelihood, that it feeds family, it schools children, you know, it takes care of the economic needs that we actually have. So I think for this, it's very critical that I'm able to, you know, like if I want my child to actually go to school, then I'm not worried that this child may end up in a crime with a boda person, but I'm sure that my child will actually safely arrive to school. And I think this is good because it gives the boda riders a responsibility that I have taken this initiative, that I want to be the smart boda rider, that I want to take matters of the law, that to ensure that law is followed. I want to ensure that my clients are actually safe, and I want people to believe in me. So then it creates a job, you know, a job industry widens, that more people will start using bodas, but then issue of security, that we are secure with the boda riders. So I think I love the initiative and the fact that they've actually been trained, and the idea even of, you know, having bonga points when you do the good thing. So, and I'm also thinking that perhaps in future we should start awarding them, you know, real awards, like this person has won this award of the year because of an initiative or something that they actually did. So I think it will move the public, but also change the narrative and the perception the public has of the boda riders. So I think it's beautiful.
Yes, so my name is Elijah Munga. I come from Angel Safety Solutions, and we're working on this program called Helmet Lazima, which is a nationwide road safety campaign pushing for everyone using the motorbike to wear a helmet so that we reduce the head injuries experience on our roads. We have desperate situations in the hospitals, people who are stuck because a head injury can't really be cured. So we're working on this with Bessie. This is the one who's handling the finances of the project, and we're pushing for everyone to be able to use a helmet when they're riding, because you never know exactly when you get an accident on the bike. So we came on board to support Kinga because we believe this is one of the initiatives that are actually supporting safety 100%. So anyone who works on safety of the rider and the passenger, we work with those people. So we're working on a partnership how we can push this. And because as we are saying, helmet ni lazima, this is the bit that we are coming in to push. We want the bike to be, as much as it's supporting transport, it also needs to be a safe space where you are sure you'll get to where you're going 100% the way you bodied it. And to make it a safe space is also to make sure that it has a helmet whenever you're going to use it. So we want a Kenya where you're sure you'll get there in good shape, not 50-50. Oh, I'm in a rush. I might, when you're on that thing, you know, it's taking you some minutes. You think about if you have an accident, what are you going to do? So we are pushing so much. We want everyone to get Kinga, every rider and every passenger. We want you to go online, find out this app. This is the new thing.
It has a lining.
Yeah, it has a lining. For all those people who are saying,
that is
oh,
washable.
To buy helmet, you need chafu nini. This one
you can remove this and wash.
And you can even clean it. For
and
the
it's
ladies,
adjustable.
Exactly.
Depending on the size of your head.
Exactly. And it is properly certified. So it's something that is safe and tested. And for the ladies, because the ladies normally say, oh, you know, the makeup, you know, the other helmet has been worn. This one is just half your head. And all these bit is actually quite clear and safe. So we encourage everyone, get yourself one. Don't wait for the rider to give you. Go online, get Kinga and ask Kinga how to get your own helmet. As much as you get your own socks, your own shoes, the helmet should be one of your own so that you don't share it with anyone. Yes. Basically, what do you think about it? Because from the ladies' point of view,
this is a good initiative because yeah, we don't have to worry about our makeup and you don't have to wear those smelly helmets. At least this is clean. You can wipe inside. You see the material. You can wipe and you can remove this liner to wash it. So it's a good initiative. I advise that you go get one.
Yes.
So good afternoon, guys. My name is Vincent Ayako. Vijana wananiita Vince. It makes me younger. So today in this particular event, I think this is a revolution. And it's a revolution pioneered and invented by a young Kenyans who is a technovator who needs to be applauded. We need to celebrate such kind of guys like Vince who has come up with this technology of addressing issues to do with gender-based violence, especially focusing on the boda sector. All of us know the challenges we are facing. But with this particular product, Kinga, Ride Bila Stress, is a revolution in the sense that it will be able to provide safety for our girls because the Kinga app has got a number of features that ensure that the safety of the customer and also the safety of the rider, in the sense that the tracking aspect that is incorporated in it, the aspect of the video capturing. You see many a time people come and find an accident has happened. So you get that accident story from a third party. So it's called like an oral tradition. In the oral tradition, they change every time. You get it, a different story from this person, a different story from that. But with Kinga, with the tracking technology, with the video technology, and also with formation of the circles, turning geography into community, we'll be able to ensure that we, the people, take charge of our safety. And we'll be able to have an option because there are a number of apps, but this one is quite different because it's not only looking at the bottom line, but also looking at the social aspect, the social security aspect with regards to the safety of the rider, the safety of the customer, and also in case of any eventuality, you go to the hospital and sometimes you don't know where the whereabouts of your kin, who you are waiting, maybe it's the breadwinner, maybe that person is in the hospital. This particular product, Kinga, will be able to notify the kins the whereabouts of the rider. So it will be able to address a number of issues. And then to the riders, especially the boda sector, and also we as a people, ask not what your country can do for you, but ask what you can do for your country. What I mean with that is safety begins and ends with you. So you see, everybody needs to have their own helmet because one of the challenges that we have been experiencing is the cleanliness of the helmet. You can see this is very clean and it's very cool and sleeky. So I'll encourage each person, any young person, any person who uses the boda to buy their own, and the product is Kinga. so that anytime when you go to boda, you have your own. So this particular come with a number of safety measures. Inside, there is a vacuum inside, and then there is the safety aspect. So in case of any impact, that vacuum acts as a shock absorber to the impact, thereby providing safety to the user. Vini Madola akona yake, na je wewe tafuta yako. Asante sana.
Yeah, so my name is Joel Levy. I work with Gender Development Center in hospital. The lead person in prevention and advocacy work, and primarily for GBRC, we focus on treatment for survivors of GBV, particularly women and children, and also men, because they should not abused. We also do a lot of community work, prevention work, targeting different audiences. And our strategies is to transform our society, to transform the thinking, to transform the perception, and how different people in our communities view each other, especially how men view or perceive women, so that then we are able to be in the same thinking as far as creating safe spaces for us. So under this program, our main role is to create safe spaces among the riders. We are calling it the smart boda. And the smart boda, for us, it's someone who is self-aware, someone who respects himself, someone who respects others, someone who holds women in high esteem, someone who does not harass women and children in any way, and is a professional and is doing profitable business. So, and our smart boda partnership with Datalock, the Kinga application. The Kinga comes to provide the safety aspect, where just ensuring that it's keeping track of the rider and the client during the ride. But then for us, we are working on the rider's mind, so that we transform them, we change their perception on how they look at the industry and how they can be able to ensure that they are doing dignified work where they respect women and girls, and their bodas have safe spaces for anyone who uses their bodas for whatever reason. So under this program, we want to make it a national thing, so that by the time we are getting to 2030, then we have gotten into every part of our society, and we have been able to influence the men and everyone on respectful relations and ensuring that we tolerate no violence in our society. Thank you.
Are forced to harass other people. Yeah, all right, good. Types of violence against women, sexual harassment, early forced marriages. Kuna ile pia tunaitanga child marriage. Siku hizi we don't call it early. Tunasemanga early is relative. Unaweza kuwa of age na mwingine bado of age, lakini mtu alioa wakati mo. It's subjective. Unaweza kuwa uliolewa mapema sababu uko of age ama ulichelewa, but tunaitanga child marriage as long as you marry anyone under the age of 18 years. Pia kuna ile tunaita female genital mutilation, bado iko. Physical violence, it's actually most of the times what we see as a manifestation of other forms of violence, especially economic, emotional, psychological, sivyo? Zile zinafanyika, lakini wakati mwingine you don't know, utaeleza aje I was psychologically abused, ama emotionally abused, ama economically abused, sivyo? But tunapatanga now the physical is manifestation. Yeah, these are the violences that have been happening. Good. We go to group 3.
Group 3, I'm here.
Nice. Karibu brother, endelea.
Thank you so much. Good evening everyone. In our group we were to outline those on GBV in Kenya. And the first one we discussed was about BADFA, BADVA is a Protection Against Domestic Violence Act. It is meant to provide for the protection and relief of victims of domestic violence, also to provide for the protection of a spouse, especially to provide for the protection of a spouse and any children or other dependent. The other one, number 2, is the Sexual Offences Act. It is the law governing sexual offences like rape, circumcision of ladies, FGM. Number 3 is the Marriage Act. It governs all marriages, contract, and agreement. Number 4, the last one, is the Matrimonial Property Act. It is a law which provides for the rights and responsibilities of husband and wife in relation to property acquired when they were lawfully married. Thank you so much.
Tafadhali. So outline the laws on GBV in Kenya. Very well put. The Protection Against Domestic Violence Act, meant to provide for the protection and relief of victims of domestic violence, to provide for the protection of a spouse. Hey, what do you know? It's a way to go to mawakili.
That's why borders are educated.
Aye, you guys. The Sexual Offences Act, this law governing sexual offences, rape, wow. The Marriage Act, the Matrimonial Property Act, and there are so many. Thank you for that. What we want to encourage you is make sure that saa zile huko kazi ama saa zile kazi imetulia, kwa mtandao kidogo, si ndio? Tafuta hizi sheria. As you read the traffic rules ama traffic laws, pia hizi zingine so itakusaidia, and it will empower you, it will give you the education that you need for you to know your rights, to know how to address these issues of GBV. So yeah, so group 3, thank you so much. You did some super nice job. Group 4, mumetupikia nini? Karibu sana.
Hi guys. Kinga. Right bila stress.
Right bila stress.
Kinga.
Right.
My name is Angwete Steve and I'm here to present group number 4. The question at hand is, why are border riders perceived as the cause of public decay or problems? As our brother Lynn spotted earlier, it's true, amongst us there are some bad apples. And it's true amongst border guys, there are those that are bad. So number 2, many getaway crimes are mostly cooperated through border, like phone snatching. Mostly nowadays we have seen done with border guys. Number 3, border are many in this country, and it's not easy to identify the genuine one. Number 4, it's easy for one to learn a border. Ni rahisi sana mtu kujifunza nini pikipiki. And number 5, some do not have documents. It's true. Some do not have documents. If you go to the ghetto, many youths are learning border, but they do not have documents. Number 6, unity and gang solidarity. If you are a border guy and you pass somewhere, there's an accident, a border guy and the other guy with a vehicle. Whether a border guy was on the right or on the wrong, you will gang up with him, you will support him. So there's that gang and unity that makes us low as a problem to the public. Some border guys do not follow the laws. Some, as group number what? Number 2 said, they follow traffic rules. And so I'm saying some do not follow. So maybe group number 2 are following the traffic rules. And so let's say some do not follow traffic rules. Then there's poor relationship between police and border guys. It's very true. I don't know how we've been perceived with our police, but we know we are on the right. Then there's illegal business, e.g. transportation of drugs. We've seen it done by border guys. This one is also damaging the image of border. Number that. Then we are also influenced to the society and used negatively. Our influence as border, for example, during this season of elections, the politicians might want to use our influence. There are those who will use it positively and those who will again use it negatively. So our influence is also contributing. Then when border was introduced, it was considered this thing is for those people that are illiterate, for those people that are not learned. So this one is also damaging the image of border. Borders are not illiterate. Borders are learned people. Borders have also gone to school. We are here as borders, not that we don't have something to do. We are here as borders because we are also people and we can also do something out of border industry. Thank you.
Why are boda riders perceived as the cause of public decay or problem? But we want to change the perceptions. We want to go out there and change how people perceive us. Because we are in profitable business, we are professionals. Yeah? And we want to create safe spaces for women, children, and everyone else. Thank you. Thank you. Good. Last but not the least, group. Karibu sana. Makofi mpaka apite. Makofi. Sawa sawa.
Amen. Because I'm a servant of God. Praise the Lord Jesus. Hallelujah. Tunamshukuru Mungu. I'm glad to stand here today as we answer the question from group 5. My name is Pastor Nelson Aguvi. Our question was, what do you think will be the role of men in preventing and responding to gender-based violence? We took it into preventing and responding. Preventing, one must be ready to create awareness by taking responsibility for education for your family, because the responsibility of men starts by a family. As a man, you also need to be responsible to make sure that your role that you have been given by God, you are using it well to educate your family and the society. 3, one must be active participation of men in making decisions. We came to a conclusion that where decisions are being made, men don't sit at that table. And so, raising their concern is very difficult. We decided that where decisions are being made, then men will sit at that table to contribute. And lastly, advocating for behavioral change in the society, which will help in preventing the gender-based violence. Number 2, it was responding to the gender-based violence. One must assess the nature of the violence. Then after assessing the nature of the violence, should take the necessary action. This includes either taking taking them to the hospital, or reporting the issue to the authority, that's the police. Praise the Lord. Bwana mwitiki. Praise the Lord. Amen. And because as group 5 we are privileged kuwafunga nyinyi wote, we want to end up finding the word of God. 1 Peter, 2 Peter chapter 1, and listen this one. The Bible says, and beside this, giving all diligence, add to your faith virtue, and to virtue knowledge, and to knowledge temperance, and to temperance patience, and to patience godliness. For if these things be in you, and abound, they make you that you shall neither be barren, nor unfruitful in the knowledge of your Lord. Wherefore, the rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure, for if you do these things, you shall never fail. Mungu awabariki wote.
Oh yes. Amen. Oh yes. Oh yes.
But just angalia kitu moja you can start with. Are we together? Yes. Because if we tell you we give you a list of 100 things that do this, do that, hata utakanganyikiwa. But before we leave this place, just identify one thing that you need to change. One thing positive that you are going to do in your workspace. If you have been treating, for example, your client in a certain way, start looking at it in a different way. So, yes. Attitude. You will never get it wrong if you change your attitude in this life. Are we together? Yes. It all begins by changing how we look at things. We change that, everything else falls into place. So, thank you so much, Group 5, for the presentation. I think we have gotten something. We have learned something out of the presentations. Leo tulisema sio masomo mingi sana, ni kuguzia, but the real trainings, they are coming. Sawa? Yes. The real trainings are coming, and we will be able to have proper sessions in the due course of time. So I want us to watch a video here. Alafu because we are winding up. Tunataka kufunga sasa. Just a minute as we connect. Yes, we want to watch a video that will give us some more understanding of our perceptions, our attitudes around our environment, the people that we interact with, so that then from there we know whether what should we do. We're just summarizing the discussion that we have had. So, Vince, you can press the OK button.
So, guys, nataka muone hii, then you think, how would you react if you're in this situation? Was the guy wrong? Was the Buddha right? So, thank you.
Ni wewe ungefanya nini as the responder? Yeah? Ungefanya nini? So kwanza, what have you watched? Umeona nini kwa hiyo video? Umesikia nini? Tuanze na Table 5. Mumesikia nini?
Kuna mtu alikuwa ashachukua mic.
Nice.
Table 4 sasa. Utatulia wasi. Tumeona hapo utovu wa nidhamu. Mwanadada yule alikuwa anarasiwa. Cha kwanza wale kama wana bodaboda kama wenzetu walikuwa kwa hadithi zao, lakini wangemsalimu kwanza. Tunaona kila mtu alikuwa na hisia zake, na katika harakati ile unapata hakuna kazi, so kazi ikakuwa, shughuli ikakuwa ni yule mwanadada mmoja anakuja 07, tabia zetu tu zile. Hapa naona kidogo tabu. Haya, sasa nikiendelea, tabia zetu zile ambazo tunazo. Kwa hivyo kuna mmoja pale alijitokeza akajaribu kwa shawishi kwa kile kitendo akiwa kizuri. By the way, it shouldn't be like that. As customers approach us, it's not everyone boards our bike, and again, it's not everyone that will always be friendly, even saying hi to you. So however much tuna appreciate mtu akisema habari, not everyone will always greet you. So sometimes we face that challenge that saa zingine tunasalimia mtu anakuignore, but tunaenda out of context, unapata tunamjibu kwenda huko, kwani salamu huwezi jibu, tunaanza kumfuatisha kwa maneno. But I think it's a good episode that we need to create something from it, that si lazima nikusalimie ndio unijibu, na salamu saa zingine wakati mwingine ni mzuri. Yule mwanadada tunaona angesalimia wale vijana, cha msingi pale wale vijana watu wangeanza 01, wangenyamaza. So sometimes pia most of our clients, there are ways that they can prevent such things. However much it's a free world, just saying hi, unaonyesha tu ni kama mko pamoja, then unapita. But again, unawasaidia pia sisi tulikuwa vibaya pale, wale vijana tulikuwa idol ndio, lakini hatungefaa kuingilia ile maneno. So ni asante, tumelearn kitu pale.
Asante sana, asante, na tusimsulubu sababu ya maneno ametamka. Sawa sawa, ni discussion tu, just want to learn. Chege
Hona rengo hapo amechukua dakika kama 4, sijui kwa hii debate tunapewa dakika ngapi?
Tuchukue kama
this is what I can say, yeah? That lady hana makosa. Bila anatembea, hiyo ni hali yake. Wale watu wenye wamekuwa wamevutiwa kumuingililia. So usichukue problems zako atijua huna kazi ama jua huna anything, unataka kuweka kwa mtu mwingine but simply because amepita, maybe amevaa vibaya ama ni mrembo or whatever. Thank you.
Wewe asante sana.
Tutawapatia wawili, tutapewa wawili. Mimi na
Umejificha sana.
Simama ndio kamera ikupate.
Ya, mimi kwa hiyo kamera nimeona mtoto. Nimeona watu umri yao, watu ukiangalia umri yao vile wamekaa. Ni watoto, hata ukiangalia sura zao, ukiangalia venye wamekaa, hata umri wao uruhusi kuingia kwa hii sekta. Takana wao wako mahali pengine wanatayarishwa kuingia kwa hii sekta siku za usoni, lakini mbaya wameingia mapema kabla ya wakati. Jambo lingine ni kwamba nimeona katika wale vijana ni watu ambao hawatumia akili zao. So inamaanisha kuna vitu vingine wanatumia ambavyo vinawasaidia kuwasukuma, vinawasukuma kufanya tabia kama hiyo. Sidhani mtu akili mzuri kama mimi hivi, mtu akipita hapa hata kama ako ucha, hata kama anakaa aje, naweza kuchukua akili yangu niende kwake nianze kusumbuana naye, na mimi ninajua nimekuja kufanya nini. So nimejifundisha vitu viwili pale. Nimeona mtoto, nimeona pale mambo ya drugs, imechangia tena mahali pale.
Asante sana, asante sana.
Mtu wa pili wa cheza.
Mtu wa pili.
Kuna
hiyo meza tuna sasa wa pili tunapatia sekunde 40 tafadhali.
Mwana sekunde mai.
Asante. Kwa majina ni Edmund Tongoi. Mimi kulingana na my own observation, nimeona kwamba the reaction of the boys was poorly, despite the fact that hatujui ni wakurupu gani. So what matters, kama sisi tungelijua kwamba ni wa sako fulani, that sako tungeipata. Secondly, mimi wanaona kwamba once mimi nimeenda kufanya kazi yangu, I mind my own. I want to thank the last boy mwenye alikuja ku defend the girl. Amefanya the most important thing. Despite the fact amekuwa amedhulumiwa the owner wale ambao anafanya kazi na wao, which is not good. But yeye ameplay part yake. Kama ni 100% kitu amefanya ni poa sana. I wish angekuwa karibu na mimi. Ningetembea na yeye mpaka mwisho. Asante.
Are you together? My name is John Derito. Me? Lakini mimi naweza na
I'm good, yeah.
So mimi nimeona msichana mdogo akitembea. Nimeona vijana wanne wamekalia bodaboda. Na nimeona watu wengine salaudi. Nafikiri kwangu ni kwamba ule msichana alikuwa shughuli zake akishika simu yake. Na nimeona kijana mmoja, unajua forest huwa inachomwa na jiji moja ya kiberiti. So kama kijana mmoja hangesimama, hangeinsight hao wengine. That is the key issue. Ameona mrembo, ameenda mbele yake, amemblock. Amemblock, mtu anaenda shughuli zake. Wale wengine kuona hivyo wakakuwa charged, ikakuwa ni kama mchezo mzuri, wakaingilia. So that is a form of incitement. Na most probably huwa inafanya na sisi, tusijidanganye tulifanya hivyo. Ukiomba mmoja wetu, sisi wote tunapack bundi 100 hapo. Na tusongangi mpaka tusikie venye kitakuwa. So, huu mmoja mwenye na insight ni mbaya. Kwa sababu wengine unajua moba haina akili. And that's why hata uwezi peleka watu wa moba kotini, utaenda kushitaki nani? Moba haina akili kwa sababu hiyo ni mtu mmoja ana control na hiyo inakuja inakuwa hivyo. So, it is not a good act. Lakini naweza simama na yule jamaa ali stand up na kaonyesha no, this is not right. Hata naweza kuambia na ingekuwa sister yako, na ingekuwa wife yako, na ingekuwa dada yako, ungekuwa una feel aje? Just an example, pale kwetu stage Absa. Kuna jamaa alipanda tu na pikipiki, amebeba mtu. Na kuna mrembo alikuwa na Uber. Anakuja tu pole pole. Jamaa akasimama, wewe umeanza kunifuata mpaka huko chini. Unatafutia nini? Unatafutia nini? Tutachoma hii gari yako. We had to stand up. Na wakati tulisongea pale, huyu jamaa alitoroka akaenda. Hata tulikuwa tunataka tumshike na tuite chairman wetu hapo hivyo. Kwa sababu hao ndio watu wanatusawa na kuharibia. Si ati kwa boda boda hakuna watu wazuri, lakini hata sisi tukitokea kitu ikifanyika, before to react, wacha to assess the situation. Is it the right thing to do? What will be the outcome of what we are going to do? We should think from that. Na nafikiri yule kijana mmoja alisimama, huyo ndiye aliharibu kila kitu. Kwa hivyo wakati mwingine tukiact either positively ama negatively, kuna repercussion. Thank you.
Asante sana. I think one more person, then we go to then Chege. These groups watupatie solution sasa. Tushapata what the video is about, sindio?
Yeah.
Sasa group 2 and 1 patie the solution.
Thank you.
What should we do in our spaces?
Mkuu mnafikiria majibu. Sawa?
Jambo. Naitwa Walter. Wewe clip za tulimoja hapo. Hao vijana so dem, which means hiyo ni gender violence ya kwanza. Ya pili, nimesema katika among us kuna group mbili kama yao hizo kwanza watu warejea jina yetu. Na huyo wa pili ni mzuri maana anaunda jina ya boda. Wow.
Thank you.